At this time, we ask that everyone please rise, face the flag, remove cover. Veterans may salute if they so wish, as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem by the Mid Buchanan Dragons.
If you build it, they will come. Welcome back to the Dragons Sports Network as number 10, Jackson Savage, tees it up to kick for the Mid Buchanan Dragons.
What does it take in order to lay a foundation? Well, you have to break ground.
And when you break that ground, laying the foundation takes time and patience.
Time? Because how much time are you willing to sacrifice in order to make it perfect?
Patience. Because how patient are you going to be when the storm ruins the progress that you made?
These factors go into not only how strong your foundation will be, but how you will be.
Life, like the ground, will be full of obstacles. It will be hard and tough.
But once you have defeated those obstacles and you have laid your foundation for the future, you can build anything. Anything is possible.
Good evening, Dragon Nation. Welcome to another Friday night under the lights here in Fawcett, Missouri. And tonight we are blessed with another fantastic matchup. This time it is against a very solid North Platte Panthers team. Mid Buchanan, undefeated. North Platte Panthers coming into tonight's matchup 5-1. I'm Alex Burkhart, your voice for tonight's action. And as always, bringing you the best visuals in the business is none other than the greatest videographer the Dragon Sports Network has ever seen, James Taylor, a.k.a. Jimmy. And, of course, we're powered behind the scenes by the king of stats himself, Creighton Johnson, along with his eye expertise and high school insight. Be sure to check out his YouTube show, K&R Sports Talk, along with starting quarterback Rafe Smith. That's K&R Sports Talk on YouTube. The Dragons are coming off a massive home game victory over a Lathrop Mules team A team known for their physical I formation offense, the Mules struck, but the Dragons responded with authority, dominating both sides of the ball, racking up 41 unanswered points, holding Lathrop to only 7. It was a showcase of the Dragons' offensive line, led by center Ledger Minery and guard Kyle Power. Those are my two guys that I am shouting out this week for the Dragons, who opened up cleaning running lanes all night long that gave number 20, Creighton House, all the room he needed to explode for nearly 200 yards rushing and 3-on-3 rushing touchdowns on the ground. And tonight, we will see who steps up. Will it be Chris Kovalevich? Will it be quarterback Rafe Smith? Or Creighton House, again, making noise for the Dragons? But across the field, the North Platte Panthers come in momentum on their side, sitting at 5-1, having their best season in 2 years. You might remember their last visit here in Fawcett. It was a thriller 30-26 shootout win that was led by then quarterback Colton Kirkham. This time it is senior Dylan Armstrong leading the charge, a true triple threat quarterback, running back, linebacker. Guy does it all. Armstrong has been unstoppable, racking up 14 touchdowns so far this season. He is our key player to watch for the Panthers. Hard hits, big plays, two talented teams on a collision course. You don't want to miss this one. Thank you for tuning in to another electric October evening here on the Dragon Sports Network. Kickoff momentarily.
Number 55, senior Ledger Minery.
Come on, baby.
And number 75, senior Logan Doughboy Dobas.
Give him a little time to get into it. How was that, Luke? Good? You might not.
Also tonight, we'd like to send out a very special shout-out. Happy heavenly 18th birthday to our own Landon Lewis.
And captain for the Dragons, number 55, Ledger Minery, number 12, Rafe Smith, number 75, Logan Dubash, and number 13, the speedster himself, Nick Payne. Looks like the Dragons lost the toss. North Platte has elected to receive, and they will take the ball on offense to start tonight's matchup. Thank you. Perfect. Oh, we're good. We're good. So the Dragons are going to kick off. The Dragons are sporting the black on black with the white helmets, looking fresh as always. And the North Platte Panthers are sporting the white helmets, white top, and purple pants. Little pink out on both sides for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Looks like back to return for the Panthers is number 5, Ben Horsley. And that's going to be number 16, Alex Lindsay. To kick for the Dragons, your senior quarterback and leader, Rafe Smith. Here we go, folks. Tune in, lock in, because this is about to be a car crash. Kick is away. Taken by Horsley. Nope. He's going to let it go out the back. That'll be a touchback. The Dragons will start on defense. Up front for the Dragons on the defensive line, look for number 75, Logan Dubash, number 55, Ledger Minery. On the edges, you might see a little bit of Rafe Smith. You might see some Nolan McGarry. You might see Kyle Power. You might see a little bit of number 26, Ethan Angst, senior. Back to quarterback. It does look like that's going to be Armstrong sporting number 4. I believe he was once number 34, I believe. So he's wearing a little bit of a different uni. BNC's quarterback. Pistol formation, handoff right up the middle. I think that's number 33, McCracken, which is a 6'1", 220 guy. So when you talk about his last name, McCracken, he is definitely cracking. So Dragons are going to have to be low man wins tonight. Hudson Yark out here wide. Ball's out. Ball's still out. It's going to be picked up by North Platte, but it's going to be a tackle for a loss. As one of my key players, Ledger Minery, is in there to be there for the tackle for a loss. That's going to be a huge, huge loss for the Panthers. Looked like there was a little bit of a miscommunication on the snap, handoff, exchange. And so that's going to make it 3rd and long. So look for them to spread it out here. Dylan Armstrong can throw the ball a little bit. He's got 4 passing touchdowns this season. He is going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to look downfield. Logan Dubois is going to be there, but he's not going to get there. In to make a play is going to be number 10, Riker McCollum, and he's going to stop him short. As that's a really good gang from senior quarterback Dylan Armstrong. That is a 6'2", 228 kid, so that is one stocky guy for the North Platte Panthers. If you are tuned in from North Platte, welcome into the Dragon Sports Network. We hope you are enjoying all of the live, high-definition footage we are providing here on the Dragon Sports Network. Empty set, fake the handoff. Armstrong's going to keep it himself. He's up right up the middle. He's going to find a lane. Armstrong is going to go. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled. And that is exactly what North Platte is planning on doing today as they fake the sweep. He takes it straight up the middle, and the Dragons are not there to make the tackle. That is exactly what this young man is known for. He has ran 765 yards on the ground, averaging 127 yards per game. And that is thank you to KJ, who brought you guys those stats. And the Dragons find a way to wrap him up in the backfield. A big fact from Jake Rump, I'm guessing, in this Dragons defense, is they're going to have to play sound football up front. The guys are going to have to plug the holes. They're going to have to make sure that those openings are not available. When Armstrong fakes those read options and whatnot, it's almost like they should just be quarterback focused when it comes to stopping number 4. Pistol set again. Armstrong back with McCracken. Pistol. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to pass. He's going to try to escape. He's going to look downfield. He's going to throw it away. There is a flag. We're going to get a holding call against the North Platte Panthers. So that is going to back them up 10. I think that's a pretty easy one.
It's going to be holding against the Panthers.
So that's going to make it a nice deep second and make it second and about 20, 23.
Placed on the 47-yard line of Mid Buchanan.
So ball's placed on the 47 for the Dragons. Yeah, we've got second and 23 to go. I would, if I was Coach Rumpf and the Dragons, I'd be looking for that same little jet sweep fake right up the middle.
After the penalty, that brings up second
Hold on.
23 for North Platte.
The clock stopped. I don't know what is going on. We had the play clock was stopped. Ball, high snap. The ball's free. Noah McGarry's going to jump on it. He's going to recover it, and that's going to be a Dragons first down takeover on possession, and that's going to be a turnover by the North Platte Panthers. Costly missed snap by the center for the Panthers, and now the Dragons are ready to strike. Big 24 senior Nolan McGarry heads up play. He didn't get the first one. They made sure he was all over that second one, right? So now the Dragons are on offense, folks. Lock it in. Motion. House. Pass to the flat. House is going to reel it in. House is going to find a lane, and he's almost going to break it for 6. As it looks like he was wrapped up and tackled by number 10. That's going to be Gus French. Dragons are going to go into Lamborghini mode. Fast, fast, fast. Rafe Smith takes it up the left side. He's going to get a blocker from a couple guys. He's going to shimmy, shake, and miss a guy. We love to see Rafe when he gets going on offense because you blink, and there's 7 right there. So it's fun to see Rafe when he tries to pull it to the outside because you never know, will he bust it straight left and go right past you, or will he bring it right back in? Good north-south run. House, first down. If you were watching Red Zone, the Dragons are in the red zone. Rafe follows a couple pullers. Good wrap-up tackle by McCracken, and that's going to be a loss of – that's going to be a tackle for a loss. Great play by McCracken as he penetrated the backfield and wrapped up number 12, Rafe Smith. Kind of like seeing what the Dragons are doing here. They got Nolan McGarry out wide. No one over the top help. I also like looking at the top of the screen there. If you see number 4, Dragons have Aiden Admire. They're going to blitz. They're going to hand it off to Creighton House. He's going to get wrapped up and tackled. That's going to be a great tackle by Grady Coons. And so that's going to back the Dragons up 3rd and long here in the first quarter. We've got 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Pistol formation, trips to the top of your screen. Motion House, throws it to the flat. He's going to stay on his feet. But a nice play again by Coons as he comes up and makes a nice tackle for the Panthers. So now it's going to be 4th and 12. I don't know what the Dragons plan on doing here. I know Rafe can make a 35-yard field goal, but the Dragons hold true to the going forward on 4th down. So this is a big-time play. If you are tuning in and you want to see a Dragons touchdown, smash the like button, hit the share button. Get it out to your family and friends. Pistol formation. We've got trips to the bottom of the screen. Rafe steps back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to look downfield. Who's going to come across the field? He's going to find someone at the corner of the end zone. That's going to be Nick Payne. Touchdown, Mid Buchanan. That's a nice play by senior Nick Payne to come back to the football, and Rafe Smith keeping it alive once again for the Dragons, finding the senior-to-senior connection in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. First touchdown by senior number 13, the speedster himself, Nick Payne. There is an offsides, but the field goal was good. So they're going to just take the field goal and move it. All right, let's just take the field goal. Let's just take that. He made it, I thought. Oh, he missed it? Oh, we'll kick it again. Kick it again. Kick it again. Kick that thing again then, baby. Offsides against the Panthers. That is his first of the season, I believe. So I love to see number 13 get involved in the offense for the Dragons. Snap, kick is up, and it is good by number 7, Holland. So that right there, folks, was a 7-play, 37-yard touchdown, 37-yard drive, from the Dragons, taking up about 2 minutes and 48 seconds on the first quarter clock. It was a 13-yard pass into the corner of the end zone to Nick Payne. 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go. The Dragons will be kicking off here shortly. It's going to be a low roller steamer taken by the Panthers. Good tackle by Ethan Angst, number 26 on the play. Finds his way to the returner. That was number 15 for the Panthers, Logan Mansville. Mansville, excuse me. Logan Man 15. So now after the Panthers turned it over, the Dragons capitalized. How do they answer? I expect with absolute physicality. Good tackle. Looks good to see number 54, Burleson, get back into the action for the Dragons, as he has been out the last 2 weeks for the Dragons. So number 54, who I don't know what the injury was, but he was out for a little bit. Guy is back, and Guy is getting after it. McCracken's going to be back with Armstrong all night long, folks. It's going to be that same play. He's going to keep it himself this time. Dragons do say discipline. And it's going to be 52 on the tackle. It's going to be power. So, like I'd mentioned before, it's important. Now, granted, I didn't realize they had gained that many yards so close to the sticks, but it's important for the Dragons to stay sound. Keep the fundamentals intact, because you got to stay after number 4. He's the guy. He's the main focal point. It's going to be him again up the right side. Gang of about 5, and moves the sticks for the North Platte Panthers. Looks like we got big Q Burton coming into the ball game. Don't forget, everybody, tune in live to the Dragon Sports Network at halftime. We have got the kids cheer team coming on to the field to do some cheers, and so make sure you stay tuned in, as the cheer team will be on. And then after the cheer team, we're going to go to Creighton, who's going to give you guys a recap of the first half stats. So make sure you stay tuned in for that halftime performance. We are 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Good discipline, good pitch out. Absolutely well drawn up. If you're Coach Quick, Coach Q over there on that sideline has got to be ecstatic about that play call, because it worked out to perfection. Dragons were sound. Nolan McGarry played the ball carrier, and then they just ran the option along with it. So great play call for North Platte as they hand it off to McCracken, and he cracks forward for another first down. So they are getting it going. So taken by Armstrong. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled. Gang of 3. Coach Quigley is no stranger to coming into Fawcett, Missouri, and winning a ball game, because he has done it. So keep that in mind, as we've got the Panthers driving down the field. Ball is in the red zone.
Ball's on the 20.
Motion. It's going to be a little trickery. Handoff. Kuhn. Kuhn is going to take it. I believe that is French. That is Gus French, as it's going to be a little bit of doop-doop-de-doo all the way around. French is going to find an avenue and take it in for 6 for the North Platte Panthers. That is an absolutely dynamic play call. Coach Q's dialing it up. We got a good one here, folks. We got a good one. Now, this is interesting. Panthers are going to go for 2 here. Offset. It's going to be McCracken. He is going to power forward for the 2-point conversion, and that is good. So it is an early lead for the Panthers as they elect to go for it on the 2-point conversion and take the lead. Every point matters in a Friday night matchup. That is an 8-play drive for 65 yards and 3 minutes of time for the Panthers, and that's going to put them up 8-7 here in the first quarter.
Back deep to receive for the Dragons. Number 3, Troy Phillips. And number 10, Riker McCullough.
Armstrong to kick for the Panthers. It's going to be a boomer. It's going to get to Coy Phillips. Coy's going to take it. 15, 20. He's going to find a lane. He gets to about the 30. Good wrap-up tackle by special teams.
Phillips on the return. About 21 yards on the return out to the 31. First and 10, Dragons.
Everyone at home, I hope you're enjoying your popcorn. Some of you might be sitting by a fire, put it up on a projection screen, maybe having a couple cold ones. Enjoy the beverages. Be safe tonight. It's Friday night, so always be safe. Make sure you buckle up. Rafe back to pass. He's going to look downfield to Aiden Admire. Aiden is going to prevent a pick. As like I'd mentioned in the pregame, well, I didn't mention this, but if you look at the Panthers stats, they get a ton of picks. So they're well sound on the outside too. So in regards to these pass sets for the Dragons, they're going to have to get a little bit creative. These complete just streaks down the field, they're going to be all over that tonight. And so mixing up a couple posts, a couple slants, will be interesting to see the Dragons do. Timeout called by Coach Fritz. I love the timeout call with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And when I mean cold ones, folks, I mean Pepsis and Coca-Colas. That's what I mean, folks. Not anything but Pepsis and Coca-Colas and maybe some high-quality H2O. So, want to make sure I correct myself when I make that statement.
Well, we got a little break here. We'll take a moment to let you know that the cash has been claimed, so everyone can stop texting me.
Rafe by himself. Creighton motions to the flat. It's going to be a pass out to Noel McGarry. Going to be a good block. No one's going to keep his feet. That's going to be a nice little gang as he stays on his feet. Right there at the marker. Good tackle by wrap-up made by a few of the Panthers.
They're spotting down at the 41-yard line. That's good for a Dragon.
All right, so that is going to actually move the sticks for the Dragons. Is this going to be a first down? We've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Rafe is going to look up the left side. The Panthers stretch the field. That is the exact recipe that Coach Quigley wants to see. I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? Quigley? Okay. I mean, when it comes to that little moat, when it comes to Rafe trying to get to the outside, the defense has to roll with that. So good sound defense by the Panthers as he only gangs about 4. Option. Creighton House is going to stay with him. He's going to get the pitch. He's going to stay on his feet. Good wrap-up tackle by Ben Horsley, but that'll be good for a Mid Buchanan Dragons first down. Clock is winding. It's going to be a keeper, Rafe. Going to be wrapped up and brought down. Gang of 10. Gone to a few practices early. Well, one practice early on before the season started. And one thing I noticed about Rafe Smith, quarterback senior, is just the amount of work he put in the offseason on getting his body in good shape for the football season. House as well. Both guys, I mean, you can tell Coach Fritz, Jake Rumpf, Coach Ben Pugh. I mean, all of the guys on the sideline for the Dragons. I mean, do we need to keep going? Javen Noyes, Coach Brenton, Coach Spence. I mean, all the guys emphasize heavy on weight room in the offseason. We'll be back here shortly on the Dragon Sports Network with 1 minute 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Attention, please. At the end of the first quarter, you'll see the lovely Mid Buchanan High School cheerleaders passing around buckets for the CTA, that's the Community Teachers Association, bucket pass for a scholarship foundation for students here at Mid Buchanan. They typically give out 3 scholarships a year, and this is to help fund that. So if you get your wallets out, we'll get the congregation going, and we'll pass the bucket.
All right, we're back into the action, folks. One thing to keep an eye out is the Dragons don't have number 9, at least for now, with the Dragons. He's sitting out. Rafe is going to lose the ball. He's going to re-land back on it. That's a great – hey, it's a mistake. It happens. But he mitigated the risk. So risk mitigated. He retained the ball. That could have been costly. Still was pretty costly for the Dragons. Like I mentioned, number 9 hasn't been in the ball game yet for the Dragons. We will hopefully see what's going on there. We'll keep you posted. Motion to the flat. Admire. Admire's going to run down the field. Rafe is going to air one out. He's going to, oh my. As Aiden Admire had his guy beat. Good recovery by number 6, Yark. That was a great recovery for Yark to get his head turned around, find the ball, and make a good play on the ball.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
So that's going to be, that was going to be 6 for the Dragons. So good play. It's going to be a nice low kick towards the corner. It's going to take a nice drag and bounce. Don't even touch it. All the way down to the 4. Good punt by Rafe Smith.
Down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line where North Platte will take over 1st and 10. 39 seconds remain in the first quarter.
So unfortunately, the mishandle on the snap backed the Dragons up out of easy first down range, putting them at 3rd and long. Take a shot towards the end zone. Great recovery by North Platte. And then they were going to have to punt. So the Dragons have the North Platte Panthers backed up. Armstrong back with McCracken. He's going to keep it himself. There's going to be a flag on the play. We're going to get I think we're going to get another holding call. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal. Replay first down. Let's see if we are correct.
Holding against the Panthers.
Coach Fritz accepts the penalty, backs him up half the distance to the goal. So it darn near will put it right back to where it was spot. It's a spot foul, so that's going to back him up to about the 2.5-yard line. Yep. Well, they're going to place it on the 2. So we've got 34 seconds to go. This is prime territory for the Dragons to get into the backfield and wreak havoc on the Panthers. Hard snap. Dragons don't fall for it. Armstrong's going to take it. Hands it off to McCracken. Good tackle by the Dragons as he gains about a yard. And that's going to do it, folks, for us here in the first quarter. Your Dragons trail the North Platte Panthers 7-8. And that's going to flip sides, and we will see you here shortly in the second quarter on the Dragon Sports Network.
And that is the end of the first quarter. North Platte leads 8-7. Start the second quarter here, 2nd and 12.
We're back into the action.
3-yard line.
Shout out to some of our sponsors, Buchanan County Sheriff's Department. Handoff McCracken. He will keep his feet, gang of about 4. That's going to make it 3rd and 8. Check that. Let's make that 3rd and 9.
And Burleson. We're going to spot him at just past the 5.
The Panthers are taking their time getting the play call in. Play clock is down past 15 seconds. Coach Q's trying to draw it up. I'm guessing he's going to throw a little. He's going to get the ball in the air here. We'll see. It is going to be a pass play. Armstrong's not going to get out of the pocket. Ooh, boy, was that close as a host of Dragons find him. Sack for a loss. And now they will punt backed up on. They've got their claws dug in their end zone, hoping not to get burned by the Dragons. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Going to be a, oh my, high kick, poison. Everybody's going to run away from that thing. It's going to take a Dragon bounce as that looked like a Phil Mickelson chip shot. It spins back and gets all the way to about the 31-yard line for the Dragons. That's a net kick for about, it looks like, about 30 yards. So 30 yards or so. It's a 28-yard punt by Senior Armstrong. Motion Pollard. There's going to be a false start against the Dragons. So, big-time guy is back in the ball game as one Chris Kovalevich was out for the first quarter. Highlight, star it, put it on your calendar to see that guy come back into the ball game because he is a difference maker, junior for the Dragons. Motion Pollard. There was another false start. Out here on wide receiver here. So the Dragons, who end up getting the ball on the 30-yard line, make two costly penalties that just back them up. And so there might be a practice or two this weekend, folks, after that mistake. So let's see if the Dragons can get some of that yardage back. Rafe takes it up the right side. Good tackle. That's going to be a tackle by French. Big time plays by Gus French for the Panthers, man. This kid's playing offense, scoring touchdowns. Now he's playing good defense for the Panthers. So shout out to senior number 10, Gus French for the Panthers. Pistol formation. Rafe rolls down here to the bottom. He's going to find Nolan. Nolan's going to catch it. Reels it in. That's going to bring it all the way down within the 5-yard line as it was a nice little butterfly rainbow pass into the breadbasket of Nolan McGarry for a Dragons first down. We're under 10 minutes to go. The Dragons get going fast. Look at this, folks. Kovalevich, Rafe, back into the backfield. Kovalevich is going to take up the right side. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to lunge forward. Wow. As that was just by the hair on his chin, not in the end zone. But this one's, and then they're going to get a flag. You talk about an interesting turn of events. I thought Kovalevich outreached his hand before his knee was down and scored the touchdown. So this is going to be interesting, folks. We've got, all right. Well, that does not affect So they blew the call dead as it was a false start, but the Dragons got the snap off and scored. They're going to run it back, folks. So look here, we got Kovalevich back with Rafe Smith. Kovalevich is going to take it up the middle, and rightfully so, number 9, Chris Kovalevich scores for the Dragons. Just when I thought that drive was just going to get stalemated at the middle of the field with the turnovers, the Dragons make the gangs needed to find 6 and score another touchdown. I want to give a big shout out to some of our sponsors. Dave Diesel Services. Give Dave Diesel a call if you need any diesel needs or repairs. 816-232-4542. Ellis Augsburg Architects proudly sponsor the Dragons Athletics. Mike Stanton Dirt Works. Big time shout out to Mike Stanton and Stanton Dirt Works. Give Mike a call if you need any dirt work done, 9277. And one last one, Portraits by Long. If you need any photos taken, give Portraits by Long a call at 816-279-5515. Big time drive from the Dragons. Oh my, that was absolutely spectacular. It went 10. That was absolutely Pat McAfee style, little pop, rolling. Pat McAfee says, oh, but that's actually Ray Smith. He again grabs it, maintains possession at the 10. So what do? We've got a debacle at midfield between the referees. I think this should be Dragon football, as they did not touch it, and they have every right to not make the play. They have every right to cover up the ball. That's past 10. Wow! They're going to call it illegal touching, as I don't think I saw any Mid Buchanan players touch it as they corralled around the ball. It did go 10. Coach Fritz is irate, and I would be as well. That was, I mean, holy moly. You couldn't have played it any better if you're the Dragons special team. Truthfully, that went exactly 10. Now, granted, they've got the best perception, so they are out in the action. So we're going to go ahead and move on. The Dragons are going to try to stop this Panthers team at midfield. Manville on the carry for about a yard. I would love if we could get that footage. I bet. Did you get good footage of that, Jimmy? Yeah. We got. I would love to see some clips if people could go back and rewind that thing. As great run by number 10. That's going to be Gus. What do they call him? Gus the Bus? What is that? What's the show reference? I love it. I don't know if he's a bus, but he's definitely a nice car, because he's running. Man. Fakes a handoff. It's going to be a pass. He's going to pass in the middle. Tipped. Ooh. Little design rollout. Keeping the Dragons on their heels a little bit. Trying to keep them guessing, running a pass play on first down. Thanks again to everybody tuning into the Dragon Sports Network. If you could smash that share button, let your family and friends know the elementary cheer team is coming on at halftime to perform. And then after that, we are going to get KJ on the stats, do a little recap. So Dragons lead 14-8. It's going to be a pitch out to McCracken. Nolan McGarry comes up and makes an insane tackle. As that's a great play by the senior. So we got 8 minutes to go. Stay tuned in again for halftime. I love the energy out of the Dragons here on this drive right now. The vibes are high. Pistol. It's going to be a fake handoff. He's going to roll out to the left. He's going to have number 8. He's going to catch it. Reels it in. That's going to be number 8, Lane Richardson, as he sneaks out of the secondary for the Panthers. And man, oh man, do we have an exciting one here on some Friday Night Football. Armstrong He's going to do a little bunny rabbit jump. Good carry for about 5. This is an absolutely immaculate test for the Mid Buchanan Dragons team, who are ranked number 3 in Class 2. It's going to be a false start against the Panthers. That's going to back them up. Well, check that. Illegal motion. Panthers.
Illegal shift against the Panthers. That's going to back them up to the 12.
So now it's basically like they lost a yard there on first down.
2nd and 11.
6 minutes, 42 seconds. They're in the second quarter. Clock is winding down. Pistol formation. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers pass it again. Fake the handoff. Armstrong. He's going to be in the backfield dancing. He's not going to gain any yards as a host of Dragons wrap him up.
Brought down by big number 75, Logan
Doughboy.
And attention please, with all the youth cheer camp participants, please meet the junior high cheerleaders on the practice field. All youth cheer camp
So under 6 minutes to go. We got 15 seconds on the play clock. I think Coach Q is going to call a timeout here. Yeah. Under 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Coach Q for the Panthers is going to call a timeout. So
timeout called by the Panthers.
a couple more shout-outs to some of our sponsors here on the Dragon Sports Network, and is proudly supporting the Mid Buchanan High School Boosters. Riverside Supply Company, John Anderson's Shelter, Victory Chevrolet, Edward Jones, Ussery Farms proudly supports the Mid Buchanan Dragons. And one of my favorites, folks, is the Fawcett Freak Show. On Saturdays, you can go get a fright from 7 to 11. Midnight. So if you're out late and wanting something to do on Saturday, go down to 109 Grand DD. Fawcett Freak Show. We're back into the action.
After the timeout reset, it's 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. Ball's on the 12.
Motion. Armstrong. Wrap-up tackle by McGarry. And along with him is House. So now Coach Q. I don't know if that's Coach Q over there, but he is fired up. He's screaming. Get after it. He is getting after it. I don't know what happened there, but we've got 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Just enough time for the Dragons to strike if they can get a stop here. With their claws backed up. Both teams have claws. We're going to see which team's got the bigger claws here when it comes to, can the Dragons stop the Panthers? Fakes a handoff. Looks to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw it in the middle. That's going to be incomplete as Armstrong shorts him. And that's going to be a great stop as the Mid Buchanan Dragons take over on downs. 1st and 10, Mid Buchanan, with 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the first half. Here is where the magic happens. Rafe throws it to the flat. Kovalevich jukes the guy out. Kovalevich gets the edge. Kovalevich finds the edge. He jukes up the middle. Kovalevich makes another play. Past the 50. And that is going to be good for a huge gang, as what a change in field position for the Dragons. And like I mentioned, watch the magic happen as number 9 gets the ball in his hands, and it will happen. Referees slow the clock down. We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They are winding it, empty formation. Rafe back in the backfield. Rafe is going to keep it himself. He's going to gang of about 4. 75 is finding his way constantly in the backfield for the Panthers. That's going to be Cameron Wortham. Guy's at 6'2", 286 offensive lineman. So he definitely is no small task to handle. Rafe passes, House, quick pass. House, like always, a brick. Gets past the 30-yard line. That's going to move the chain. Clock is winding. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Rafe at the right side. The 75 gets a heck of a push again. I am getting fired up for number 75. I mean, you can't help appreciate a little bit of defensive prowess by the big dog up front for the Panthers. I mean, that's just tough to handle, man. That is just tough to handle.
The 2nd and 10. Ball is on the
Coach Fritz decides to dial the speedometer down. We're going a little slower tempo, under 10 seconds to go here in the play clock. 3 minutes on the clock. Hard count. Coach Fritz elects to call the timeout. That's going to be his second of the first half.
by the Dragons.
And we're back. Motion House to the flat. Check that. He's going to be stacked on top of Admire. It's going to be a throw. Pollard's going to power to the right side. He's going to get the edge. Is he going to get out of bounds? No, he's going to stay in bounds, which is actually a really, well, wait a second. Oh, we're going to stop the clock to move the chains. Clock is winding. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. No need to get in a hurry here. So now, granted, when you're in a game like this and the momentum's flying, you just want to get into the end zone. I get it. Gang of 3, Rafe. Second and goal. Menery at center. Next to Menery, Burleson. Next to Burleson, Aarons. Next to him on the right side, Power. And next to him, it looks like that's going to be number 58. That is going to be Kyan McGinnis. So the big dogs up front. Kyan. I always mess that up. Kyan. Rafe. Oh, my goodness. Rafe Smith. Wow, folks. Rafe Smith. That is a tell you what, folks. When you're playing against number 12, Rafe Smith, you better tighten your shoelaces. You better spat your cleats. You better put them on tight, because if you don't, you will leave them on the field from those juke outs. So, wow, for number 12, senior Rafe Smith. And that is a huge 7-play, 90-yard drive for the Dragons with a 2-minute and 41 possession time on the drive. So, wowza, folks. Thank you again for tuning into the Dragon Sports Network again. We got 7 likes. We've got 170 people watching. All 170 have not hit the like button. Only 7. That's not a very good percentage, folks. We got to bump it up. And Mr. Doss at home, I don't know, man. Not much to say there. Not much to say there. Rafe back to kick. Boom. And if you take a quick look, can we get a zoom in on Rafe? Jimmy, can we get a zoom in on Rafe? I want the peeps to see the visor. Sporting the slick visor from the senior quarterback. That is awesome. Love to see the visor action. So a lot of time left, folks.
Oh, there he is. I see him.
So clock is winding down under 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. I think Coach Q has 2 timeouts. If I'm the Dragons, I'm staying back in like a cover 4 or cover 3 set. I'm not letting anything behind me. I want all my guys to be playing off about 5-10. No press coverage. 1:30 to go. 1 timeout. Good run. Ben Horsley. I think we are going to get a holding against the Panthers. So not only did that play, they lost about 10 or so seconds on the clock, but it backed them up 10 in the process. So are you sure they only have 1 timeout, KJ? So looks like Coach Q has 1 timeout left. Clock is going to wind as soon as the white hat and the refs are ready. Check that. Hold on 1 second. Wait a second. We got something going on. Clock should be moving. Clock is now moving. Panthers were set on the ball. That helped them quite a bit in there. Handoff. Good tackle. Wow. Who made the comeback tackle on that play? That was number 55, senior, who makes an insane comeback tackle on the play, as that was going to be housed by Gus French. Pressure by the Dragons. Good crackback block. That should be maybe a flag, as there's no flag. He's going to keep it in his pocket. I like the old school mentality. Ref was reaching for it. That could have been a flag. They let it go. Good block. Fast. The Panthers go. They're going to have nobody going deep. He's going to look to the middle. That could have been a very, very costly throw. All right, we got 33 seconds, folks. 33 seconds. So incomplete pass, stops the clock. Coach Q's got 1 more left. If I had to guess, he's going to give his guy a shot to maybe kick a field goal if they get past I'd say they got to get past the 35. I don't know if they've got anybody with that kind of leg, but we will see. Pass, Armstrong. Nobody's going to block him. It's going to be a screen. Good play by Q. Burton on the play. Keeps his big hands up and bats down the pass. Looking like Chris Jones on the deflection. So now that's going to pin the Panthers back. I wouldn't be surprised. I would stay disciplined if I was the Dragons on a potential fake. It is going to be a kick. Rafe is back by himself. Oh, my goodness. No, don't even touch it. Holy. Good kick. Great punt. Great punt. While it was rolling, it took the clock. The clock was rolling as well, all the way down to the 15-second mark. So let's see what the Dragons elect to do here. Sound football. Kovalevich, 2 hands on the ball here. I'd go right up the gut and either take a knee or do something with it. I would not just stay in the. All right. Hold the ball. And that's going to do it. That'll take us to halftime, folks. Your Dragons lead the North Platte Panthers 21-8 here in the first half. We will be back here shortly. Please enjoy the cheerleading, youth cheerleading and cheerleading team. And then after that, we're going to send you over to our own KJ on the stats. We'll be here. We'll be back shortly.
After the band. Any parents wanting to go down to watch the youth cheer event may go down to the track at this time. Thank you.
Before you guys get into the band action and the youth cheerleaders, here's some scores around the state of Missouri. Hamilton leads Lathrop 21-0. That game is at half. East Buck and West Platte, there's no score update on that one yet. As I go across, Maryville leads Luther North in the fourth quarter 21-15. That's a big game. We will turn you over to the band right now.
Good job, Mid Buchanan Marching Dragons. One more time, Dragon Nation. All right, ladies, are you ready? Your music is on. There's no place like to let everyone know how much they appreciate it. They raised $380 tonight for the
Welcome in here to my podcast, KNR Sports Talk. I'm the voice of that. Welcome in here to Dragons at the Half. I am here to provide you stats at halftime for your Mid Buchanan Dragons against the North Platte Panthers. We lead 21-8 at half. They go 14 unanswered in the half. Ray Smith was 8 of 10 in the air for 147 yards and a passing touchdown. Ray Smith has also had 11 rushes for 36 yards on the ground. Chris has a reception today for 43 yards. Noah McGarry has 2 receptions for 38 yards. Creighton House has 3 receptions for 33 yards. Cale Pollard has a reception for 20 yards to put the Dragons in scoring position, and they would finish that with a run by Chris Kovalevich. Nick Payne has a touchdown catch for 1 catch for 13 yards and a touchdown catch. On defense, Creighton House leads the team in tackles with Burleson following close behind. Nolan up there too. Kyle Powers up there. Ledger Minery up there with some big plays. Ethan Angst is also up there. For the North Platte Panthers, Dylan Armstrong, number 4, is 1 for 5 in the air for 30 yards. That was a big play, but the Dragons would force a stop inside the 10-yard line, a big one for there. They would end up following that with a 90-yard touchdown drive. He has 12 rushes on the ground for 76 yards. Number 10, Gus French, has 3 rushes for 50 yards also behind that. Lane Richardson has 1 reception for 30 yards for North Platte also. On defense, they've been led by a couple guys. Number 1 has 6 tackles. That's Grady Kuhn. Dylan Armstrong has 5 tackles, and a couple guys ringing up the rear. Number 52 has 5 tackles for them, and so does number 58 for them. He has 4 tackles for them also. It's been very good for North Platte. They just haven't been able to keep up with the Dragons scoring. This has been a great job from Mid Buchanan to keep pushing it down the field. They did trail 8-7 at one point. As I said, 14 unanswered points to end the half for Mid-Buck. Around the KCI, East Buck trails West Platte on the road 27-6. Maryville leads Luther North. That's a huge game for Maryville. They lead that one 29-15. They're in the 4th quarter. That was a 5:30 kickoff. Lathrop trails Hamilton at the half. That's 21-0. And to cap off, Savannah leads Chillicothe 21-0. This will cap it off for me and the stats at the half. Mid-Buck leads 21-8. We will kick off the half. You'll get to listen to Alex Burkhart in a great second half. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you here on Mid Buchanan Dragon Pride. Go follow KNR Sports Talk, Creighton Talk Sports on Instagram, KNR Sports Talk on YouTube for more up-to-date info on Missouri high school football. We'll see you back after the half. Go Dragons.
Welcome back to the Dragons Sports Network. Kicking off is Armstrong, and it's going to go out of bounds. That is not a great. So, quick little update. Armstrong, quarterback for the Panthers, was over on the sideline getting stretched. I don't know if we got maybe a couple calf cramps or what are we experiencing, but he's trying to stretch it out. If Jimmy can get a little visual on one of their leading players, and you get a visual on Armstrong, he's coming out of the ball game. I don't know what that entails. That's big news right there, as he is going to get a little bit of the H2O and try to hydrate. I would guess that's a little bit of a calf cramp issue. Got a quad set. 12 minutes to go. It's going to be a pass out to House. House is going to get some good blocks. House is going to find a nice avenue. He's going to almost keep it in bounds. Great first start for the Dragons, as he finds a little bit of avenue and gets it all the way down to the 36-yard line, and the Dragons get going in their Lamborghini mode, empty formation. Rafe. Good run, gang of about 4. Rafe throws it to the flat. Pollard, good reception. Pollard's going to try to make a guy miss. It's going to be a good sound tackle by number 5. That's going to be Ben Horsley for the Panthers. It's going to be just short. Kovalevich back with Rafe. Kovalevich up the middle. That's going to be good for a Mid Buchanan Dragons first down. So the Dragons, Armstrong kicks one out of bounds, and the Dragons look to capitalize, getting good field position on the kickoff. Right out of the gate, the Dragons are looking to put this game 20 points up if they can get it in the end zone. Kovalevich to the outside, tackled by Wars. Check that. That's going to be, I think that was McCracken. Rafe, he's going to find a little avenue to the outside. Rafe is going to put his shoulder down. We've got the lane, we got the avenue. The Dragons are once again being led by the offensive line as well, helping out these quarterbacks and also the outside guys. Give a big shout out to the guys like Aiden Admire and everybody on the outside. Kovalevich for blocking. Chris is going to stay on his feet. Touchdown, Dragons. As Chris finds his way into the pile, he spins off a guy and scores. Touchdown, Mid Buchanan, for his second rushing touchdown of the night. And now the Dragons have a chance to take this game up 20 to start the second half. Snap, good hold. Kick is up. It is good. Holland. Logan Manville and Horsley back to return. Rafe to kick. whistle is blown. Rafe to kick. It's a high kick. Looks like that was to Horsley. He's got a wall of Panthers. The Dragons find their way to the returner. Horsley gets it all the way to the 32. That was a big tackle by number 2, Pugh. Bauer.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, North Platte.
So this dynamic North Platte Panther offense, ever since their first drive on offense that led to a huge touchdown, then they're going to break one right there. That's going to be 5. Horsley, he's going to be brought down by Nick Payne, but that's going to be a huge gang by Horsley, not Worsley. Horsley.
Takes it down into Mid Buchanan territory. He is chased down from behind by number 13, Nick Payne.
They find Armstrong found his way on a big run. Help out the Panthers to get in the end zone early on in this matchup, McCracken. Good start for the Panthers on offense. Looking to answer. We got corner Aiden Admire, number 4. Kovalevich, number 9. Looks like we got Riker McCollum, number 10. And then we got Nick Payne, secondaries for the Dragons. Linebacker, House, Burleson, McGarry. Angst. Tackle made by House and Burleson, as Horsley is not going to get anywhere on that one. Good tackle for about a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's going to make it 3rd and 8. Ball on the 28.
Pistol going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to pass. Armstrong's going to look to pass, but he's going to be wrapped up and tackle made. It looks like it was number 54, Clayton Burleson, as he makes an absolute statement in his first game back from a 2-week absence. And wow, what is a relief to have number 54 back on the field for the Dragons, as he was also alongside him, I believe that was Ledger Menery, who helped with the sack. I think you're going to go ahead and credit a full sack to Burleson, but bringing him down alongside it was Menery. 8 minutes to go, 4th down. The Panthers are looking to go fast. They are going to call a timeout. Coach Q's going to call a timeout as the play clock was winding down. Prevents a delay of game penalty. That would have made it almost quite a bit longer. So kind of a costly mistake. Big shout out to Nash Gas, some of our sponsors. Nottoway Valley Bank, Myers Design Works, custom apparel and spirit wear, handcrafted signs, crafts, embroidery, and quilt services. Jim's Barnett Auction Services, Haley Black State Farm, Kai K. Carver Construction, Metal Buildings, call K. Carver. He's your guy, 816-390-7073. Top Notch Roofing Solutions, LLC, 816-344-8657. Big shout out to BS Express. Get Lit Faucet Fireworks in the July months and the June months. Make sure you go to Get Lit Fireworks in Faucet. And another one, shout out to Noise Orthodontics. Back into the action. Armstrong, back to pass. He's going to find it over here to Horsley. Aiden Admire is going to try to get off a block. It's going to be close. Ooh, man, that was an awfully close tackle. Man, I thought Nolan McGarry might have got away with maybe a little horse collar there, as it was the jersey. But, man, that did move the chains, though. So, big-time first down as they were backed up That's exactly why. Huge heads-up play by Coach Q, as if they would have taken the delay game, that would have put them out of getting that first down. So handoff, McCracken. House is going to wrap him up alongside Burleson. Check that. McGarry. That delay game could have really made this drive end right there. So heads-up play. Good decision. Shotgun formation. It's kind of like a little mixture. Hand it off. Tries to find the edge. Dragons pursue on the outside. Good tackle. It's going to be short. French was trying to find the edge, and the Dragons continue to play sound football on the defensive side of the ball. Clock is going down. 10 seconds on the play clock. Going to be a handoff to the outside, Horsley. It's going to be wrapped up by Kovalevich. It's going to be close. It'll be right at the sticks. It looks like they're going to indicate a first down, Panthers. They are going to first down, Panthers. That's a big-time first down to keep the drive going. Just under 7 minutes to go. The Panthers are driving here in the third quarter, trying to make a splash on the offensive side of the ball. Handoff. Great play by, looks like that. Who was that? Number 52 for the Dragons. That's going to be Power. Absolutely finds his way into the backfield and gets a huge tackle for a loss here down on the goal line. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10 now. French is trying to get it going, and Power says no. McCracken back with Armstrong. It's going to be a handoff to French right at the middle. Burleson's there. Alongside him is 55 Minery. So now it makes it 3rd and 9. So here on the goal line. No more first downs available unless the Dragons get a penalty. Pistol formation. Motion. Armstrong's going to call his own number. Looks like McGarry was on the tackle. Ladies and gentlemen at home, it's 4th down. Big-time players make big-time plays. Let's see who can do it for the Dragons, or let's see who can do it for the Panthers. It's going to be a keeper, Armstrong. They're going to stretch him out. Dragons are going to try to get to the edge. It's going to be a touchdown as he reaches in. Solid play by number 4, Dylan Armstrong, as that makes it his 16th touchdown of the season. So started the game with 14. Or no, check that. French scored, right? French scored the first one. Yeah, so that'll be his 15th touchdown on the year. So let's see what the Panthers elect to do. They're down 14. They go for it. It cuts the lead to 12. They are going to go for it. It's going to be a weird snap out to McCracken. He's going to lose his cap and score. That's a huge time drive from the Panthers. 12 plays, 68 yards with 5 minutes and 40 seconds in possession time. Wow. That is the recipe, folks. If there was a recipe, the Panthers have it right there with that drive. slow the Dragons.
Armstrong will tee it up for the Panthers. Back to receive for the Dragons. Phillips.
Armstrong to kick. That's going to be a toe poke. It's going to be a fast one taken by Phillips. Phillips is going to go right up the middle. He got past the 35. Good return. I love the play, right, by Phillips there. I just like to see him maybe slow it up a little bit when he gets to that first level and then try to make a bounce out to the outside. So, but other than that, I mean, you want your guy going north and south. And so, I mean, heads up play, getting the 37-yard line. But just to add a little dynamic explosion to the kick return. So, shotgun formation, Kovalevich in motion. It's going to be a toss. That'll be a pass credit to Kovalevich. And look at him go, folks. Holy moly. Look at him go. Number 9, touchdown, Mid Buchanan. That is absolutely a insane play as Kovalevich finds just the perfect lane on the outside, makes a juke back in, and takes it all the way in for a touchdown. That's a 63-yard tutty, and that's going to be a pass. That is the unique characteristic of that forward toss, is that is credited as a pass. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is a one-play, 63-yard drive in 20 seconds, folks. And that is, you might slow the Dragons down by keeping the drive alive, but then once you kick it back to them, you got to slow them down on the defensive side of the ball, and the Panthers did not.
Once again, no smoking will tee it up for the Dragons. Back to receive for the Panthers. Number 5, Horsley, and number 15, Manville.
That is a big-time touchdown by junior number 9, Chris Kovalevich. And if you Dragon Nation did travel last year to Brookfield, you got to see a little bit about what number 9 is all about. As he can run by you, he can run through you, and he can run past you to score touchdowns. All right, so now what do we got to do here on the defensive side of the ball, though? Now you give them back the ball, after a long, grueling drive to slow that offense down. 5-minute drive, you score in 20 seconds, your defense is now back out on the field. So it'll be interesting to see how the Dragons answer on the defensive side of the ball as well. Under 4 minutes. Handoff, Horsell. Look at that. Who was that in the backfield? It was number 52, Power, the sophomore.
Brought down in the backfield by Power.
He is getting untouched at the line of scrimmage. Wow. Got 3rd and long here. Coach Q, decisions to make. Down 19. Do you pass? You do. Play action. He's going to have his guy. Nice catch. Can Kovalevich get him? Horsell, and Kovalevich puts one on him. Takes him out of bounds, but that's going to be a great reception by Horsell. Is it Horsell or Horsley? Horsley, excuse me, Horsley. Great reception, great throw by Armstrong. He might have got by a guy, but Chris Kovalevich sure did make him pay at the strong safety position. That's a huge time, big time first down for the Panthers. Motion. Horsley out to the outside. It looks like Riker McCollum's going to come up. Big time play by 10. Riker as the sophomore. We are making the sophomores for the Dragons on the Dragon Sports Network are making their mark on today's ball game, folks. Are making their mark. Kyle Power. Who else do we got? We've got Pollard. We've got Riker. We've got some sophomores coming in. We've got Coy Phillips. We've got guys from the younger groups showing up and showing out for the Dragons. Pass. Armstrong's going to kind of short arm it over this guy. He did have French in the flat. And check that. Was that French who caught that first ball? It wasn't Horsley. It was French. So check that. So French was the guy who made that. Was it Horsley? Was it 5? It was French. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so French number 10 was on the reception. Great catch, great run. The Panthers are now backed up again with a decision to make. Coach Q, obviously, you're in pass set. What do? You're going to fake the handoff. You're going to keep it with Armstrong. Gang of about 2. It feels like the Dragons just continue to wear and wear and wear on them. And the Panthers they're trying. They're playing hard. This is a big time, 4th down, 4th and 12, minute 40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Dragons lead 35-16. Armstrong back to pass. It's going to be a flag. They're going to get a call, false start against the Panthers. That'll back them up another 5. Again, another costly mistake. I think you've got one or two decisions to make, and I think you only have really one. You're down 19, going into the 4th quarter. You turn it over here at midfield. There's a chance the Dragons might put another touchdown up in the 3rd quarter. But you got to kind of risk it to get the biscuit, in my opinion. All right. Pistol formation. Armstrong back to pass. He's going to look for French. He's not going to find him. He's going to stay on his feet. Oh, he lateraled it. I like the play. Good play by senior Armstrong. You got to try anything there. That's 4th down territory, so whatever happens. It's going to get a turnover anyways. It's kind of one of those plays where you're almost like, do you just toss it up, give your guy a shot? But that's going to be a turnover on downs here at midfield. House out wide. It's going to be a pass. Quick. House. Nice pursue tackle by number 1. That looks like coming in from the safety spot. That's going to be Coons. Great tackle.
Picks up 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Ball on the North Platte 36-yard line.
Another pass out wide. Kovalevich. Good tackle by McCracken. Alongside McCracken is going to be number 20. That's going to be Austin Spencer.
And number 20, Austin Spencer.
That's going to be a good tackle by the freshman for the Panthers as he finds his way to the outside playing that safety position. Big time tackle. Rafe by himself in the backfield. Great tackle. That's going to be number 34. That is an absolute, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Tylen Larimer. I mean, that's a big time play. That's a big time play going into the fourth quarter. So that's going to make it 4th and 4. Here in today's ball game. Thanks again, everybody, tuning into the Dragon Sports Network. Real quick, I'm going to give a shout-out to a couple more of our sponsors. Real fast, Stephen Frieden Excavating, Atha Bros, Ag. Shout-out to the Athas, A&C Ag Services, Inc., Kelly Painting Services, LLC. A few shout-outs in the insurance world, Mackenzie Jones, American Family, Simon Gatch, American Family as well. Big shout-outs to them for the insurance sponsorships as well on the Dragon Sports Network. Alongside that, we've got BMS Logistics. We've got Right Pack Inc. And we've got St. Joseph Insurance. Reed Black. And of course, folks, we always love to highlight when you can get your half-price hot dogs and hamburgers here in Fawcett, Mid Buchanan High School. Right now, as we speak, Kovalevich to the flat. He's going to juke to the inside. He's going to be brought down. Looks like another huge play by the freshman. Second level tackle by Spencer. Man, you got to love to see that from the Panthers as they got a couple guys from the younger ages as well. Stepping up, playing some big-time minutes. Keeping the Dragons at bay from scoring another TD. There's going to be a false start. Snap just quite didn't get out on time, I feel like.
That's going to be a threadbare false start against the Dragons. We'll back them up 5 and try it again. 1st and 15.
That could be a monumental penalty, as we will see if the Dragons backed up 1st and 15 can pull it off and get the 15 yards here. Clock is winding here in the fourth quarter, under 11:30. Dragons lead 35-16. Let's see what Javen Noyes and Coach Aaron Fritz draw up. Motion, house. Javen's going to or it looks like that's going to be Rafe. Rafe is going to fake the handoff. He's going to pass up to Kovalovich. Great play, recovery made by number 15. That's going to be Manville. Rafe tricked me out there with the pitch, almost like it was going to happen. Actually, great fake out, truthfully, because it kind of kept the guy at bay. Sets his feet, throws a nice ball. It just was a little bit short. And great recovery by number 15. That's going to be Manville for the Panthers. Clock is winding down. Looks like Coach Fritz is going to elect to call a timeout.
Timeout called by the Dragons.
That is his first time out of the half. If you guys do like the broadcast and the stream and you want to show some love, you can show some love to the Burkhart & Associates American family, 816-279-2606. Appreciate all the love and support. Motion Pollard. Fakes a handoff, passes it out to flat. McGarry. Good blocking by number 58. That's going to be McGinnis. McGarry's going to stay on his feet. Oh-wee. Huh? Noel McGarry. No, McGinnis was on the lead block, number 58. Heck yeah, baby. I believe yes, I am. Great blocking on the outside by the lineman. Power's gonna make a nice block for Rafe. Can Rafe score? Just short. The real question is who's gonna cap this drive off? Will it be Rafe? Will it be Kovalevich? Power, set, Kovalevich. Kovalevich stretches out. Ooh, just short. But that is going to be a Mid Buchanan Dragon first down. Kovalevich again. Touchdown, Dragons. As that's going to take our score here, 41-16. Big time players make big time plays, and number 9 has made his mark on today's game. He was out for one quarter, got into the ball game, and fired off 3 rushing touchdowns. Check that, 1 receiving, 2 passing, or 2 rushing, making that a big time hat trick for the Dragons. There is a player down in the end zone. I don't know who that is. Looks like we got another cramp, maybe. Burleson. Big shout out. Can we get a zoom in on Doug, please? Can we get a big zoom in on Doug? Best trainer in the game. KCI Conference, we've got Doug. If you ever have any kind of problems, he can tell you exactly what's wrong and help you out. He's the man. Big shout out, Doug. Dragons 42, Panthers 16. And we are back. Rafe Smith, boom, all the way down to the goal line. Looks like Riker comes in and makes a great play. Lots of guys in on the action. It looks like I see a little bit of 11. Ben Barton getting a little wild on special teams. Riker, number 10. Shout out to a couple of our guys. Mason Partridge, number 17. Big shout out, Mason, getting in a ball game. Special teams. Love to see some of these young guys get into the action here. Dragons 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Play action. Armstrong, nice completion. Good completion. It looks like that was made to Manville. That's going to move the chains for the Panthers.
Down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 Panthers.
Fakes a handoff. Looks like Big Q is on the play. Boom! Big Q Burton is on the play, tackling Manville on the reverse. Good tackle for a loss. Nice play, Burleson. Little carousel spin, handoff to French. Gang of about 3. Third and long for the Panthers. Thanks again to everybody tuning into the Dragon Sports Network. We appreciate all of the likes and follows and whatnot. And anybody tuning in, it's all about the student athletes here. And so in that, nice play by Kovalevich to knock down the pass. But what I was going to say is a big shout out to our softball team, who I believe won the conference championship. So big shout out to the Mid Buchanan Dragons softball team for winning the KCI conference in softball. That's going to move their record to 27-7 for the season. Armstrong, come this way. He's going to look to pass. Rafe! Wow! Go up and get it, young man. As he says, give me that. That's an insane high point catch by Rafe Smith. As he found the high point and makes an insane play. Yeah, theoretically, it was 4th down. So earlier, like I mentioned, when I think that Armstrong pitched it back to his guy, that's almost just as good as anything, because that basically was kind of like a mini punt. So, I mean, pull out positive out of something that, you know, for the Panthers. House. Does he take it? Nice play. Good tackle. House is doing his thing once again on the ground for the Dragons. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Clock is winding down. We've got 42-16. Dragons driving. Handoff House. House is going to go to the left. He's going to juke to the right, and he's going to find his way, taking it to the house. Big Creighton House. Rafe, pick, House, 6. Payne on the hold. Good hold. Good kick. by Holland. It is up, and it is good. That's going to bring it to 49-16 with 8 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back here shortly for the kickoff. Thanks again for tuning in to the Dragons Sports Network. You cannot be reminiscent, but to show a lot of love to the coaching staff for the Dragons. And that would be offensive coordinator Javen Noyes up in the press box, dialing it up alongside head coach Aaron Fritz as the guys are playing at a high level here in the second half.
Ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for the Panthers from their own 20-yard line.
Sorry about that. I'm over here messing up KJ's. Going to try to see how many points the Dragons have scored this second half. So that was a rollout pass. I hope you didn't just lose all your stats by doing that. Hold on, folks. Alex Burkhart's going to take the blame if the stats. I messed up the king of stats himself. Uh-oh. We're going to see if we get it loaded back. All right, we had a run by 10, tackle by run 10. 75. Oh, my gosh, did I screw it up? Well, I hope. Okay. Bear with me. I got a little handsy on KJ's stat machine. And now we're having a hard time getting the stats back. It's going to be all my fault if he does not have the stats, just for the record. Are you just entering it now? Are we back? Are we back? Okay, we're back. Okay. First and foremost, everybody at home, I will never, ever touch KJ. So it was an incomplete pass and then I got a run by 10, tackle by Logan Dubash, which is a gang of like 5. Are you caught up now? It was, how'd they get the first down? Do you remember? Okay, we're working out some kinks. I need to just keep my hands to myself. McCracken got the first down, Dylan said. Armstrong looking to pass. He's got McCracken in the flat. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to keep it himself. No one's going to track him down and tackle him. That is going to be credited as a sack. We've got a big-time crew up here with the main man, Jimmy, bringing you all the highlight and high-definition visuals. We've got Dylan Eaton on the graphics. We've got KJ on the stats if I don't mess with him. If I mess with him, things will probably mess up. And Dylan wants me to point out, and it's me, Alex Burkhardt, on the voice play-by-play. Thanks again, everybody tuning in to the Dragon Sports Network. We're just under 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Your Mid Buchanan Dragons lead 49-16. It is going to be 4th and 5, and we have got a absolute magnificent moon. If the Dragons can get a stop here on defense, we will show the Harvest Moon. Can they do it? Pass, incomplete. And now, with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, Jimmy is going to show an absolute majestic sight. As you look over the scoreboard, it is one of the prettiest moons we've ever seen. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not full, but it's pretty cool. So, all right, back into the action. That's exactly why he is the best cameraman in the game. That is Jimmy Taylor. Real name, though, James Taylor. Also, he is a movie, film, director, actor. He does it all, folks. Logan Dubois with the carry. If you get a chance, folks, go watch The Contract on YouTube. Big time run by the senior, number 75, Logan Dubois. Coy, sophomore, in the backfield now. He's going to get about 4. We've got 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. I kind of want to maybe get to see a little bit of Chase Frieden come into the action. Quarterback. I think we're going to get a timeout call. We are. Well, maybe. Hold on. Looks like Coach Fritz is telling him to settle it down. He's telling Rafe to hold it. We're going to get a timeout call, and then I think we're going to get a different set of guys in the ball game. We'll see. Well, hold on a second. No, they are going to run the play. Coy Phillips. Coy is going to be fast. Coy is going to be fast. Is he going to be fast enough? Ooh, just short. It's another highlighted sophomore for the Dragons. We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Looks like we do get a little bit of Chase Frieden action as we've got a all-sophomore backfield. Out wide, junior Aiden Admire. Out to the other side, junior Bauer Pugh. Handoff, Phillips. Can he put a notch on his belt with a touchdown? Yes, he can. Sophomore number 3, Coy Phillips, gets the Dragons a big 50 on the scoreboard, and that's going to be a nail in the coffin for the Panthers. Big tackle by, it looks like that was number 11, Ben Barton. Gets involved in the action. Of course, Senior Rafe cannot, the guy's just got nothing but, he just loves the game. I mean, he's getting down there on special teams, up 40, trying to make a tackle. It's like, hey, man, just kick the ball. Just kick the ball. All you got to do is just kick it there. That's it. But that's just the competitor and the heart of the spirit of the kid. Run up the middle. Looks like tackle made. That's going to be, I believe that's Chase Frieden on the tackle. Check that. No, check that. That is not Chase Frieden. That's going to be Charlie Kiger. Big time play by sophomore Charlie Kiger. Gets in on the action. Handoff to the outside. Pugh on the tackle. Alongside Pugh is, it looks like, that's going to be Isaiah Humble, another sophomore. Back at safety, it looks like number 22, Trenton Lawrence. Alongside Trenton, it looks like that's going to be number 15, Garrett Hunter, brother of Blake Hunter, former Dragon. Blake Hunter, shout out to Blake. His brother is getting some minutes here. You will be hearing Garrett's name, I would assume, in the future, as the Hunter family is athletic and are solid at all sports. So be looking out for Garrett Hunter in the future. Fake the handoff. Number 2 is going to throw it, air it out. Nice play. Number 2, Gill. Completed to number 8, Hubbard. Nice time play, big time play by Gill, as the let's see, that is going to be the sophomore, has a nice little arm on it, throws it to, looks like that was that number, oh, check that, that was Richardson. I think, was it number 9 or 8? Let's see, hold on. Gill on the rollout. Takes his time, steps into one. That's going to be number 8, so check that. That's going to be Lane Richardson. I want to make sure that I give everyone the right shout out for the Panthers as they continue to play until the last second on the clock. Big shout out to Coach Q and the Panthers for continuing to just stay after it. Stay after it. Down 40. You don't have to throw a pass, go score. It's a big time play. Big time play. 40 seconds to go. The Dragons next Friday go on the road to Penny and play the Hamilton Penny Hornets. So be looking forward to that. If you can make the trip, get in your car, drive out to Penny and to Hamilton, and watch the Dragons face off against the Hornets. Also, after that is the big, exciting game of the year. This game was just as exciting, but there is going to be one that the Dragons and the Bulldogs star on their calendar each year, and that is going to be a classic matchup between the East Buchanan Bulldogs and the Mid Buchanan Dragons back here on the Dragons Sports Network come the end of October. So stay locked in whenever you're looking at your calendars, folks. Mark it down. That is going to be the 24th of October, and then we get into district play. It does look like Rafe is going to be in victory formation, so that will do it here on the Dragon Sports Network. The Mid Buchanan Dragons beat the North Platte Panthers by 31 here at Mid Buchanan High School. Big-time players make big-time plays again, folks. Big shout-out to Chris Kovalevich having a huge day. Coy Phillips getting one on the board. Couple good passes, couple really, really nice passes by Rafe Smith. I was going to go ahead and I ended up touching the stats again, folks. If you want to tune in just for a hot second, I do want to give a little bit of a shout-out to Rafe. I think he threw for 11 passes for over 200 yards with 2 touchdowns. So Rafe, 14 for 17, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And he also tallied one on the ground, with Chris Kovalevich coming in with 1 touchdown on the receiving side of things and then 2 on the ground. Big-time players make big-time plays again, folks. Big shout-out to the O-line, the D-line. Thank you again for tuning in to the Dragon Sports Network. We will see you all in 2 weeks against the East Buchanan Bulldogs. Thank you, and have a good night.